Oh, Fuko.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Happy New Year, my dude.
Happy New Year. Is it New Year?
It's not the New Year to us because we're in the past, but I reckon by the time this comes out, it will be.
That's a good point.
we should just release it exactly at midnight on December 31st.
Midnight. Whose time zone?
Ours, because the rest of the world doesn't matter.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind, Fusco, we're Americans.
We're the most important.
Other time zones, other cultures, strange foods, the fucking metric system, none of that matters to us.
Absolutely.
We don't give two shits about that stuff, all right?
I agree.
It's a Chain of Rant podcast. Speaking of which, hello, and welcome to the show. My name is Josh. With me, as always, is my bearded co-host, Mr. Andy Fuko.
That's me.
You can follow us online, me at Josh Plays Pipes on Instagram, and Andy Fuko at Iron Piper, IRONPYPRR.
That's correct.
We gotta promote our own
We
channel.
should. I mean, why not?
We're fucking influencers. And if and it is the worst. It's the thing I hate the most in my current profession. And if you didn't know, I'm here to let you know you're listening to Chain of Rant Podcast. It's an explicit show, so you have 5 seconds to listen to nothing else. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck. Listeners can review the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Podcasts, etc. You can send us emails and voicemails to be played on air. You can like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, if you're Australian, Snapchat, all at Chain of Rant. Check out the Chain of Rant store at chainofrant.com. Become a patron at patreon.com/chainofrant.
Yeah, do that.
This episode is brought to you by our lovely patrons, and we actually have a new patron. Welcome to the 6, Adam, last name redacted.
Woohoo! Thanks for joining us here.
We always love it when we add a new one of the 6. I apologize in advance for your sense of humor and all,
especially to your family and friends.
Yeah, especially your family and friends and anyone within range of your Bluetooth speaker. Last but not least, it is the season of giving, so give the biggest gift of all. Tell one of your friends in the pipe band world that they should listen to Chain of Rant. Or don't.
Give the gift to Chain of Rant. Buy a patronage for someone else. Is that possible?
I don't think that's possible. But you know, there's plenty of episodes. There's a backlog out there. I would recommend sending them the Jack Lee White Whale episode. Send them the Callum Beaumont Andrew Hoineke episode, and then right when they're lulled into a false sense of security, send them God is a T-Rex or the Dominatrix episode.
Yes. Or any of the Dirtbag Olympics, especially the first 2.
Yeah, any of the Dirtbag Olympic stuff.
They were very, very, very dirty.
But Fusco.
Yes, sir.
You know what really rings in my fucking New Year?
What's that, Josh?
I have some issues with this time of year. I feel like it's a time of false promises. And, you know, I currently work in advertising, so make as many false promises to others as you want.
You do plenty of that.
But don't make false promises to yourself.
Right. I agree.
I wonder sometimes, you know, if you're going to have a time of year where you decide, you know what, I'm going to change my entire life, or I'm going to change 1 or 2 things or 1 or 2 habits.
Yeah. Okay.
Why would you do it on New Year's? Like, what's the connection there? Like, I had some things and habits.
Don't get me down this road.
I had some things and habits and lifestyle changes that I decided I wanted to implement, but I actually chose to do them on my birthday because I thought, okay, I'm 29, so this is my last year of my 20s. If I'm gonna get my shit together.
It's not going to happen, but okay.
As Muse once said, time is running out.
Very true.
So I'm interested in that because everything else seems arbitrary to me. Realistically, New Year's type things. I know we're doing
isn't
a gag.
Birthday arbitrary as well? To me, everything's arbitrary.
Yeah, I mean, birthdays were invented by Hallmark to sell cards.
Well, perhaps. I just think humanity, because humanity's dumb. Wouldn't your
New Year technically start a year after you were born, though? Because you weren't there for the rest of it.
Again, humanity is dumb and needs to have reasons to celebrate or connect things with arbitrary numbers like round numbers or birthdays, which are based on the year that
our favorite round number, January 1st.
Right. I mean, it's completely random, and
it
doesn't mean anything at all, really. I mean, it's just a way for us to keep track of time so that we all are on the same page, except that we're all in different time zones, and Australia's fucking in the future and upside down. So no, it's all ridiculous. So,
yeah, I was about to say. I mean, realistically, does it? Does any of it matter?
No. I say, this is what
Welcome to Chan Rant.
Guess
we're
what?
we're the world's most nihilistic bagpiping podcast.
Guess what? When I want to do something, I just fucking do it because motivation is a fallacy, and so is New Year's. So just do it when you're ready to do it, and then shut up about it. Like nobody needs to know.
I would say motivation is not a fallacy, but inspiration is. Like I think you can be motivated internally, and people expect to be inspired externally.
I think motivation is external. People want to be motivated by leadership. And if you can't do it yourself, then there's no amount.
So how would you define inspiration? Do you think that's internal?
Inspiration. I think it's
like you're about to give up wanking for 60 days.
I would never do it.
Is that an internal is that an internal inspiration or an external motivation, or is your hand just killing you?
Well, the carpal tunnel is what's killing me. I got to switch hands. Apparently,
you got serious case of carpal tunnel and chafe dick.
I mean, granted, there's a certain amount of benefit to using your other hand. You know, we all know the stranger and stuff, but it's also I don't have the same like skills. You ever seen like those porns where the girls just do the double handed like this? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I don't have that ability. Like my left hand is not.
Also, your dick's not big enough.
Well, that's true.
So there's a problem.
I just don't have that kind of coordination.
There's an immediate problem right there. You know, like guess what? I can't fly a 747 because I don't fucking have access to one.
But I can do this. Those watching can see.
You just milk it.
That's like milking a teat.
That definitely isn't how you do it.
Well, I don't know. Ask Brad; he would know. He's a pro.
But yeah, no, it's an interesting time. Obviously, we're falling into the trap because we need a gimmick, and we're already half in the bag, and we're close enough to where the timing lines up. But I'm always interested in seeing what people choose as their resolutions.
Are you really? I mean,
yeah.
I've seen it all at this point, but I'm older than you. I mean, it's all dumb. Well,
you're older.
Lose weight, quit smoking.
You're older than a lot of people.
Well, that's true, but it's always the same stuff. I like what I don't know what.
I had a year.
For example, Cobra probably did this. I know he lost a bunch of weight, but also I don't know if you noticed, but Zach, he's gonna kill me for forgetting his last name. Cobra, type it in the chat if you will. One of his drummers, Zach.
It's about Cochran.
Cochran, yeah, he lost a bunch of weight recently, and he just fucking did it. And all I saw was like, hey, he lost a bunch of weight. I didn't see him like. I didn't see a New Year's resolution. I didn't see nothing. All I saw was like, he lost a bunch of weight. Hey, good for you, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Don't waste the rest of our time with it. I mean, I like
some
the guy.
People, some people, I think, use it, and 100-Day Challenge is an easy example of this. Some people use it as an accountability tool. Where it's like, if I let the world know.
That's fair. That works.
If I let the world know that this is my intention, when I inevitably fail, everyone's going to give me shit. So you might be scared enough to continue.
Correct. That makes sense to me. But
I mean, that's the ultimate example I would use of like if I put this out to the world externally, and the 100-Day Challenge is a great example, which by the way you should all do. That would be an example of okay, I'm outsourcing some of my accountability. Like if I decide I'm going to go to the gym every day, and I don't tell anybody. It's very easy to get away with it.
It's like
very easy to just like not necessarily hold to it. Although it's interesting because like I know people that have quit smoking like 17 times.
Yeah.
I quit smoking once, and it had nothing. It was like in the summer. Like it had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just that time. You're like, all right, I've had enough.
I was just like, this is fucking gross. I'm done.
I hear you. No, I mean, in the end, just fucking do it and leave the rest of us out of it. And, whatever.
And I would say if you need it as an accountability tool, that's fine. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever fucking works. Honestly, different strokes for different folks. Like if what works for you is posting thirsty ass pictures of you on your 7th day of the gym, like, dude, if it gets your dick hard, just go for it. Like if it'll,
I don't know, that shit annoys the shit out of me. Thirsty people.
Don't be wrong. I'm gonna unfollow your ass. Like,
well, if it's a girl, I'll follow him. But if it's a guy, I want nothing.
Yeah, that's just because you're a fucking perv.
That's true. Yeah, we know this. Cobra tells us Ziggy and his wife committed to running a 5K every month. So I mean, that's great, man. They came up with a plan that worked for them, and he looks good.
Do you think that you and I could run?
I'm gonna say no right away.
Could run one 5K once?
I could absolutely do it. I've done it.
Like
I did it once.
Like that'd be interesting.
That was years ago. Well, 5 years ago.
How good a shape were you in compared to now?
Way better shape.
Way better shape.
This was like
how long would it take you think to be able to like run a 5K?
I would say. I mean, I could do it because they don't make you run the whole time. You could walk it if you had to, but
Oh, that was my
Couple
intention.
months.
I was either going to walk
say
it. I was either
90
going to
days.
walk it or use a motorcycle.
I would say 60 to 90 days to get in some cardio shape to be able to run the
do
whole
it.
time. It's only 3 miles. It's not that big a deal. But then again, it depends if it's like August in Vegas. You know what I mean?
Depends on the night before, really.
I did a Spartan challenge once with my ex that shall not be named, and also the former president of the pipe band. And that was basically a 5K through mud and through rocks and hills and all that.
Two separate people.
Two separate people.
Yeah,
Yes. The three of us did it together.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
No. The three of us did it together, and it was awesome. Like those like obstacle runs are kind of fun because it gives you something to do. So we trained. We get up and run 3 miles, 5 miles, whatever it was, to try to get ready for it, and it was fun. But it was way easier than I expected because there's adrenaline to it. You know what I mean? Like there's 1,000 people running it with you. It's just fun. You know, you're out in a desert climbing through mud, so it's kind of fun. Whatever. But anyway, we're way off topic here.
Yeah, no, it's just interesting. It's interesting to think about, and it is not entirely off topic because we are going to talk about some pipe band resolutions that people sent us,
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to
as
talk
well
about
as our
that.
own.
Yep.
But first things first, let's get into some news and updates. This is off of, I think, this is not the most recent episode. This might have been episode before last. I don't know. But this is in regards to the Victoria band that like lost everybody and still like went out there and had some.
This is the one that came out a week ago.
Yeah. It says, "Hey there, guys. I almost shit myself last episode when you played my band, Victoria Scottish Pipes and Drums, as win of the week last week. I've also thanked Honey Boo Boo, the little shit. Well, he's actually quite tall.
He's a big shit.
He's a big shit. He's a big turd.
That he is.
I've been listening to you guys for a while now, so it was awesome. I unfortunately wasn't playing that day. Damn family weddings. Well, I'm sure the wedding was fun. But the guys have worked so fucking hard to get where they are now. I couldn't be prouder. In the band, we had 2 pipers whose first competition ever was that day, one of which had only played with the pipes about 12 months ago. That is fucking fast.
It's really fast considering how good they sounded.
Yeah.
I don't know where they started.
Yeah, it's crazy fast. I know the board for the band was going to flick you a message to say thanks and also tell you about the caps. They're on board with you guys, only as necessity requires. And yes, I mean, it gets hot as fuck. Like, caps are caps. However, I'm petitioning them so that we can wear Bunnings straw hats. Aussie Broad or HB should be able to fill you in on them. I'd say they're almost as iconic to Australia as the slouch hats, which I think are the ones I was talking about, where it pins up to the side. Also, just want to let you guys know that last year, when the shit really hit the fan, I was listening to you guys talk about almost exact same stuff the band was going through, and it was awesome to know that we weren't the only group out there that had the same shit stick hitting them. Enough with the soppy stuff, but if you guys ever want to come down to Melbourne, how do they say it? Melbourne. I'm sure I've got a couple mates who'd be happy to have you. Anyways, keep up the good work. Cheers.
Wait, are Australians gay? What do they mean by have us?
I'm assuming take us in a manly fashion.
Well, I've never been taken that way, but I would like to. I want to know.
His beard is scratchy, but it gives great back rubs.
I want to know who their pipe major is, and can we hire him to come here and fix our goddamn?
And we'll go there.
We'll go there. He comes here, fixes.
We fly him here. We go there. Because it's an exchange. We should start a pipe band exchange program where you take a piper.
That's a good idea.
They live with you for like 6 months. You know, like it's like a foreign exchange student, but for pipe bands.
I like this idea. Very good idea.
Yeah.
But for us, we can only get sent to places where there are hot women.
This is true.
So we're not going to
Cookstown.
Oh my God, dude! They had 2 of the hottest women in Ireland in that town.
Yeah, that's true. Shots fired. Sorry.
Jesus, good thing Adele doesn't listen to this.
Sorry, Delboy, I love you.
Oh wow! Somebody's gonna tell her you said that, and it's gonna get blamed on me because you said it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it always works. That'll get them to write into the show.
Andrea and Adele, two most beautiful women in all of Ireland. Sisters, by the way.
Yeah, both of which their driving made you vomit.
Oh, both. Absolutely. They're both insane drivers. But anyway, that's
neither here nor there. So we have another email, and this is also related. I'm going to kick this over to you, Fuko.
All right. So this one is, G'day, guys. I was listening to the latest podcast about the poor buggers who lost their PM and lead stick. I was feeling their pain as we've just been through a similar trial. Even thought they sounded familiar. My pipe sergeant, Craig's... Oh, fuck. Was I not supposed to say names?
Just like
Craig, was that? Why is he still in there?
How many Craigs could there be?
There's a million of them. Has asked me to thank you and Honey Bourbon for the mention on the Chanarant podcast. This recognition means a lot to our band. You were indeed correct. There was a massive amount of work put in by all members, especially Ross Bates, taking on the PM role, and Tim Calderon as drum sergeant. Hey, give him credit. If they're
credit. You get last names if it's a good thing.
So, Ross, we're going to be hiring you to move to the U.S. to fix
We're not going to use your last name if we're about to call you a cunt. But if you did something cool, we'll use it.
We'll say it, yeah. So their leadership and inspiration invaluable. The caps were an occasional necessity in the hot Aussie late afternoon sun for mass bands when one risks having one's face burnt off. Do they not have like an ozone over Australia? Is that what I heard?
Is that where the hole is?
I think so. I think Aussie Broad told me that.
Oh, okay.
We also prefer tradition when weather permits. Victoria Scottish Pipes and Drums is based out of Melbourne. And like all bands, we have had our ups and downs since inception in 1909.
Holy fucking shit.
Fucking hell, mate.
Well, yeah, the problem they had in 1909 was they were all getting sent to be blown to bits.
They're all sent to war?
Yeah.
Needless to say that very few of the original members...
They're getting fucking blown to bits by Turks. Like,
listen to this last sentence. It just went over my head the first time I read this. Needless to say that very few of the original members are still playing. Ian.
Cheers. Cheers, Victoria Scottish, man.
Yeah, man, you guys are good. I like it.
Don't let it go to your head because you'll be on the fails just as quickly.
Yeah, if you fuck up, we'll find it.
But no, that's awesome. And that was it's a fucking great clip, man. Like sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes a nice, just great clip.
It was more inspired by the comeback. Of course, we didn't hear where they started. Maybe they weren't that far off.
Hey, don't call it a comeback. They've been here since 1909.
So true. So anyway, yeah.
Cheers. Okay, so we have we don't always share tweets, but we do when they're this exceptional.
Or by Joe Brady.
And this is from the one and only F.U. Joe Brady. He says, Chanarant, Angel loses a bet and pays up on air within a week. Iron Piper loses a bet and 18 months later is yet to be tattooed. Man up, Andy. #Foth.
It's coming, man. I put out 2 weeks ago a challenge to Joe Brady. If he comes here for our 100th episode and witnesses it personally, I will make this happen. But I have not heard his response.
But
he's not even responded.
Here's my query.
He's threatened to come out to Vegas many a time.
I don't know if you can up the stakes on a bet you've already lost, right? Like you can't have him come out to. So
he's such a beneficiary of this.
So like if he came out, I feel like
I just want an excuse for the party with Joe Brady.
Well, that obviously I feel like you still have to do it.
Oh, I'd 100% do it.
If he came out, you have to do it plus.
Oh, well, like what?
I don't know. Joe,
propose something.
Yeah, Joe. We're putting this out to you.
Get a goddamn plane ticket in like 2 weeks. Like
the problem is, eventually, the bill will come due, and you don't even know what straits you're going to be in by the time this happens. Like you're going to bet something horrific, and he's going to be like, "I'll see you in a week."
I'm not going to bet it, but if I'm open to ideas. If he's like, get a foff and then stick a dildo in your ass, like I'm not going to do. Well, I mean,
again.
But if he's like, get the foff tattoo on your ass and then like come play with us in 2020. Like, okay.
Wait, that just hurts them. That doesn't hurt you at all.
Good point.
How does that hurt you?
Give me some motivation. Speaking of 2020, whatever they're called, resolutions for me to get my ass back in gear on the piping side.
But anyway, as always, you can follow F.U. Joe Brady on Twitter at F.U. Joe Brady. And
there's a lot of cat videos and shit, but
hey, just grief him. Why not? So, Fusco, speaking of grief.
Boy. Do we want to talk about this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to go into a lot of detail.
I would,
because
let's avoid detail.
I don't know that we can go into a lot of detail because I think many of the details are lost to us.
Oh, yes. Very much. I have videos that I'm going to eventually post on Instagram.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That will incriminate certain things, but...
incriminate you or me or both?
Both.
Oh, okay.
But I just haven't yet.
Do I have any screening opportunity of this?
It's nothing really that bad on you.
Yeah, but you say that. You've said that before.
That's true. It won't get you in trouble. Let's just put it that way.
Well, nothing's going to be in trouble because I was actually on pretty good behavior for being as shit faced as I was.
Drunk.
Yeah, I mean, I was drunk when we left here.
Were you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I was fucking pounding shots as you came to get me.
Yeah, you had like I showed up to the door. I walked in and we left 5 minutes later. You had 2 shots in between those. Because
you were telling me you're like oh, go to this thing. I was like, I don't really want to go. Like,
I had to talk you into it.
You talked me into it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll go, but I'm getting rip shit. Like,
and you were.
Yeah,
And I had a flask in the car, and you were pounding most of my flask on the way.
On the way there, I was like, I'll go with you, but I'm getting hammed.
And you did.
I succeeded.
So we walked into the door of this
Here's
place.
an example of something I didn't have to put out to the world. It was an internal resolution.
Right, exactly, yeah.
I resolved to get rip shit on Christmas Eve.
So we went to a party, house party on Christmas Eve.
And this was like a family house party.
Family house party. But they're crazy. You had to
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're fucking nuts. They're cool, but they're nuts.
So we walk in. The guy of the house. I don't think he was the owner of the house, but one of the family members like, "Hey, what do you guys like to drink?" We're like, "Oh, we like whiskey." So he pours us like a plastic cup of like a triple.
Yeah, he gets
it's like
a fucking
four fingers on a
glass of scotch and a Dixie cup.
No, it was the proper 12 Irish whiskey.
Oh, it was Irish.
Yeah.
And he fucking pours this thing like a fistful.
Dude, it was insane. Like I'm like, and I'm like, I'm crazy, but this is crazy.
We're sitting there and we're like, is there like, could I get like a fucking ice cube or something? Like,
dude, I went back for it. Remember?
This is like 7 drinks.
It was insane. Like,
and then we were just like,
like they know they must know who we are. Why did they pour this way?
And they were just like, well,
I guess we're in for a penny, in for a pound, right?
I'll tell you why they poured it that way. It's because they wanted some free goddamn entertainment, and they got it.
They definitely got it. Oh my god! I think they wanted us to impregnate their children. I mean, the adult children, of course. This guy was pretty old.
Is that your laptop that I'm hearing?
I don't think so. I don't know. Let me mute it, and we'll find out. Nope, just muted my laptop. It is not my laptop.
But no, it's like it was insane. And like we were originally gonna pop in for like what, 1 or 2 drinks.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a drink and then go out
because we were like, we'll go downtown.
Sociable, say hi.
We'll go downtown. We'll rage down there. It'll be a shit show, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, we figured all the orphans will be out on Christmas Eve.
Well, it was still a shit show, but it was very centralized. It was a very centralized shit show.
Yes.
So we proceed to drink the entire evening.
We drank all their
heavily.
whiskey.
Yeah,
then we got into the vodka. At least I got in vodka.
We started drinking vodka with a grandfather,
with a very old man.
The guy's about 155 years old,
and he loved it. I was accused of getting him drunk, but I'm pretty sure he got us drunk.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, it was the other way around because he was just pouring him. He was pouring and scoring. He was just like, all right,
damn, it was crazy. So next thing I know, it's 11 o'clock the next day on Christmas Day.
I'm like, next thing you know, it's Christmas and you're.
I'm looking around like, how did I get here? Where am I? And I'm like, I look out in my apartment and my like clothes or by the front door, like way over there. I mean, I had like my bed clothes on, but I'm like, why the fuck are they over there? Like, what did I do?
I woke up fully clothed in the exact same thing I was wearing.
Did you really?
Yeah. I woke up fully clothed at like probably about 6 o'clock in the morning. Like in the exact, because I wake up early, I can't help it. I wake early and then I just try to make myself go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And I woke up fucking, and I'm like, I'm fully dressed. I'm like on my couch. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What happened?
And like I remember coming home. Like I remember flashes of all that, you know, like because we got driven home.
We did. Well, we didn't. I didn't know this right away.
I filled you in on some of this, and
and this is posted to Josh's stories and stuff.
This was to the Chanarant story.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. So
I got a message from you like, what the fuck were we thinking? And I'm like, I don't even know what happened. Where were we? I know nothing.
So I texted you at 10 to 11 on Christmas Day. And I said, what in Satan's name were we thinking? And you texted
I was awake
me,
at that point.
You texted me back an hour later. You texted me at noon. You texted me at 12:06. Like, I have no idea what happened. I was like, well, your guess is as good as mine. I remember being driven home by beep. It's like, for real? Did you drive me home too? I was like, yeah. On the bright side, I don't think we'll have to worry about being invited back. Yes. That's it. I'm like running through my head. I'm like, ugh. Like we weren't like bad, but we were rowdy.
We weren't bad, but we were rowdy.
We were pretty rowdy.
Yeah.
And then I found out later that everyone was like just down with the rowdiness.
Yeah, no, they were perfectly fine. We didn't do anything bad. We're just loud and funny and
but like it was immediately to like the normal post horrific drinking evening thing when we're out with normal nice people. Where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need you to do some recon.
Exactly, which I did. I had to check in, like, so what happened? Is anybody mad at us? Do we need to apologize?
Well, and like I was like, I texted you because I was like, I'm pretty sure we were on good behavior because I remembered, I remembered everything. But I'm just like, oh, but for me, when I'm shithoused, like what I think is good behavior and what someone else thinks is good behavior while I'm a guest in their home might be very different.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, we were beating their children.
We were savaging the fucking children.
It was like, I can beat them and they can't. I mean, it doesn't really hurt, so I'm just wailing on kids with
the fucking nerfs.
Like, he hit me first. He gets revenge. Just wailing on him. Like, it doesn't hurt at all. It's great.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So there's like, they're like, yeah, and it was like, whap, 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 whap.
It was so fun.
I'm like, this weighs nothing to me.
It was great.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, I love good Nerf battle, man. When we were kids, that's what we do on Christmas every year.
It's great fun.
All the kids would get all the fucking Nerf guns.
The Nerf stuff nowadays is so much cooler.
It'd be, oh, dude, yeah, it's escalated. But yeah, we did like 5 hours of Nerf battle. But yeah, so then we were returned.
We were
from whence we came
home, and my car was returned, which was a godsend because I'm like, if I have to drive back or Uber back to this place with this headache and this hangover, I'm gonna die. And fortunately, they thought ahead and like brought my car and us and their car and everything.
I mean, it was
like,
far nicer than we deserved.
Oh, big time! Yeah, I remember like someone's getting a steak dinner.
It was a fucking Christmas miracle, Fuko. we got shithouse drunk in North Las Vegas and magically appeared back in our homes.
It was like nothing happened. Time just jumped.
So this leads into Christmas. So I wake up Christmas Day, and like the first time I woke up pretty early, I was hanging a bit. I'm like, oh, this is rough. I've only been asleep for like 4 hours. I can tell.
Hanging like a bat.
And so I kind of like, I tried to like get some more kip, like walk the dogs, because I have a ward. I have a guest dog that is used to getting way more fucking exercise than I would typically deliver unto an animal.
Fair enough.
So I've been trying to do good about like walking the dog, and I'm like, man, I feel surprisingly good. Like considering that I definitely was drinking whiskey at Christmas Eve with the folks. I was drinking whiskey before I went to this party with Fusco. I was drinking whiskey at this party to an extreme level. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, I feel pretty fucking good, all things considered. And then like I go to Christmas with my family, and I'm having beers, and I'm helping set up, and we're cooking dinner, and I'm having beers, and I'm drinking more whiskey and whatever. And like, man, this is a good day. Like, shit, I dodged a bullet there. And then I realized that I was just still drunk. Like the other shoe had not dropped yet, because fucking yesterday,
day after Christmas, yeah.
Oh my God.
Then it really hit you.
Was I in pain? Like so much pain. And
I felt this pain on Christmas Day, to be fair, but go ahead.
Yeah, like I was like, not only was I in incredible amounts of like hangover, just gut wrenching, like hands sweating at the palms, like I got a coffee. We had a meeting. We had a fucking financial planning meeting to go to for the band for 2020. Mm-hmm. And I'm hungover as shit at this thing, just sweating out my eyes.
You really were.
I'm bad. I'm like holding my coffee, and like I'm two-handing my coffee on every single sip, because I'm like, I'm shaking like a fucking leaf right now. Like,
dude, I was the same day, Christmas, but like I didn't drink on Christmas Day.
I was shaking like Michael J. Fox with his nuts attached to a car battery. Like it was bad.
Keep going.
So we're at this fucking meeting, and I'm like, oh, a strong coffee that'll sort me. And so I'm trying to put this coffee down, and the fucking like ceramic is clattering, like I'm a 90-year-old woman living alone about to die. And then the meeting is just wildly going off on tangents. Like every third fucking thing is like, what about this completely unrelated thing? I'm like, we're having a fucking agenda next time.
You had an agenda.
I'm like, I'm fucking dying right now. I'm just trying to hold together because I'm in public.
Dude, I've been there. Don't throw up.
Like I'm sitting like holding my head, and it's like back and forth, and I'm finally just like, okay, so it sounds like what we need to do is this. Let's move on. Fuck.
Basically it, yeah. So then what do we do after this meeting?
We went and got one singular beer.
Yep.
At Craft House, which is a local distillery.
How'd the hair of the dog do for you?
It didn't hurt, I don't think, but I also don't think it helped. I think I was just so fucked at that point. Because like I felt a little bit better for a little bit, and then like I literally came back here and put every blanket I own on the couch and wrapped myself in it and just like sweated and passed out on and off like I was like getting over a flu or something.
Yeah.
Until I was like semi-functional at like 10 p.m.
Were you?
And then you texted me and you're like, oh, like, do you want to get a drink tonight?
This was like, yeah, but that was like 7 or 8.
I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah, because I was bored as shit, and I was like, I was done work by like 6, and I'm like, what do I do now? And then texted you because we were thinking maybe we'll go get a beer or whatever.
Dude, I don't know what fucking hit me that hard, but
It's all the scotch on Christmas Day, probably.
I don't know. Like, I didn't feel like I hit it super hard on the day, but I think it was cumulative. I think I just didn't give myself enough of a spacer.
You must be used to that for college and shit, like 4-day benders. And
Yeah,
shit.
but I'm fucking nearly 30, man. Like, when I was in college, I was 20 years old.
Oh, look who's starting to cry age, everybody.
Yeah, it's because I started.
Mark this day.
That's because I started drinking heavily when I was 14. Like,
I mean, you should be a pro by now.
the clock is different for me. Like, when everyone else is like,
Callum Beaumont started playing pipes at 7 years old. He's now a professional. What about you?
when everyone's like, oh, well, I started drinking when I was 18, and now that I'm almost 30, man, I just can't recover like I used to. I'm like, motherfucker, I started drinking when I was like 13 or 14. Like, I had a way of a head start on cirrhosis.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The fucking body can only take so much, my dude.
So I have an idea. This is off topic. It's back to the tattoo concept.
Okay.
Proposition for Joe. So he comes here. We get the tattoo done by hopefully a professional, relative professional. Then I will let Joe Brady, underneath the Pfaff tattoo, sign my ass in tattoo.
Fusco's ass with the tattoo gun.
Yes. I don't know if that's allowed. I have no idea how. I don't know what the laws are, but I think we can get somebody to let us do it.
It depends. I think we'll be okay. Sorry, I'm closing some things because
There's a lot of things.
Just chugging. I don't have a lot on, but
There's a lot of things.
we're chugging on the stream right now.
Skip 7, just so you know, until we get to it.
Perfect. Okay, so I spoke briefly about how I was trying to like be a good dog sitter because I'm dog sitting right now. The lady friend's dog. It's his birthday today. I found out.
The dog?
Yeah, it's the dog's birthday today. So happy birthday, Wiley boy.
To the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been surprisingly good. Him and Luce are completely disinterested in each other.
That's good, considering they're male and female.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, the problem is
Nobody's going to end up pregnant here.
Well, Lucy's spayed. But
okay.
The problem is he would be interested with his penis, and Lucy would be return interested with her teeth. So
Is he neutered?
I don't think so yet. So I mean, nothing can happen there, but yeah. So if you've been following my Instagram story, that's the dog. That's the dog that you see that's not loose. That's a secondary animal that I've been trying to watch, and hence why one's in my room right now and one is sequestered by the custom couch cage that I've built over there for Lucifer.
So far.
This next bit is something that I'm interested to know how much you know about.
I do know quite a bit about it.
Okay, because I feel like I'm late to the party on this one.
Really?
He Facebook messaged me and I was like,
oh, he nonstop Facebook messaged me. This guy will not leave me the fuck alone.
So Santa Rob is coming to town. The only hot tub fanatic himself.
Yeah.
Rob McCallum.
The man in love with Adele, Del Boy.
Yep.
So Del, don't come out for Vegas games this year. You do not want to be in the same place at the same time as this guy.
No, that's how you end up in a bathtub full of ice.
But he is officially the first like non-band member out of towner coming to play with us in the Vegas games this year. And he's booked his flight. He's booked his hotel. He's sent us recordings. He's
coming out in January.
No. He's coming out in April. That his father or something is here now. And that's what we were just talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he is booked for the week before Vegas games, and he's going to come to a couple practices and be there for the weekend and play with the band. He sent us recordings on the Facebook group and all that. He sent me recordings. He's all over it, man. So these are first to fall. We have a couple people threatening and trying to work out the details
Of coming to play in Vegas.
We got a guy in Massachusetts, another guy in
So excited!
Colorado.
I'm so excited to fly in a bunch of ringers.
Oh, it's going to be great. The trick is to make sure they're on the correct roster and that there's no issues because we can't have any issues. So we're dealing with some of that. But we're dealing with some of that. But Rob has no band. I mean, he's in a band, the Spirit of St. Louis, but they don't have a drum corps. He's going through the same problems we did over the last
Dude, it
couple
happens,
years.
man. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of it. Sometimes I wonder if we're like the canary in the coal mine.
Well, there's a lot of canaries because there's a lot of people going through it.
Everybody's a fucking canary.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going through no drum corps.
Where the fuck did all the drummers go, man? They just get knocked up, or
they're playing in more interesting bands.
it makes sense. Yeah.
They're playing DCI shit where they can actually get laid. Oh wait, there's no female tenor drummers in DCI music. Let me tell you, it's all dudes. So come to pipe band. DCI,
It's all a bunch of dudes that are still learning pipes.
Oh, so yeah, Rob is coming. It is official. We have our first. So let it start to fall. Other people interested? Last year we had 2.
Yeah, if you wanna come jam with the band that shall not be named, we will follow the rules to the letter, and you can all come down. We're not gonna pay you a fucking dime, but you'll have a good session.
We're gonna go out of our way to make sure we're following the rules to prove that the rules are dumb.
Essentially, yeah.
So come on in and play with us. Why not? Yeah. And if there's a conflict with your band and you have another games to go to within 30 days of ours, tell them to go fuck themselves and come play with us anyway.
Yeah.
And
come on, Vegas, baby.
Yeah, Vegas. So yeah.
Speaking of which, if you're in a band that's not participating in this competition season, let me tell you what you can do. You can take some time off in May to learn how to fucking tune your pipes. Rescue your band's sound.
Do it, please, for the love of God.
The Piper's Dojo and our semi-good friend, Andrew Douglas, frenemy?
For you, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. They're doing a tuning clinic in May. It's going to be pretty good, I'm told, because I'm paid to do so. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not pretty good. Yeah, it's going to be good. Are you gonna be at the tuning clinic?
I will.
Oh, superb. So you can meet Andy Fusco live in person.
I will autograph whatever you want.
Buttfuck Nowhere, New York, I'm assuming.
Troy, New York. Excuse me, Troy.
Okay, so Buttfuck Nowhere, New York. And all the details are available. You can get a little bit of a deal when you go to chanarant.com/serviceband. I didn't pick that. It just magically.
Yeah, we just let Google pick random.
What should I put? What should I put for a tuning clinic? And it said chanarant.com/serviceband. So there you go. Also, I believe, I don't know if it'll still be live the time this comes out. I think it's only through December 31st.
We'll try to get this out quick so that way we
But just in case it is, if it's still December when you're listening to this, or if you're on the live stream right now, you can save 10% off your purchase in the Channel Rant store by using the code Satan Claus. SATANCLAUS, Satan Claus at the Channel Rant store. Get a nice warm fuzzy fleece for whoever you're going to be with this cuffing season.
Wait, isn't that past?
Is cuffing? No, cuffing season's through spring.
No, I think it's in the fall.
No,
it's based on deer, which mate in the fall, so they birth in the spring.
It's through spring.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nature.
Animals
are born in the spring.
You go through cuffing season, then spring fever, then hot girl summer. Everybody knows this.
Hot girl summer. Well, okay, you're talking human.
They're talking about humans, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, cuffing season.
But the cuffing concept comes from the idea of animals.
So does the docking concept, but you don't see us doing a docking season, do you? Unless you're working in a fucking Roughdale Brewing.
You're Oklahoma, maybe.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk to some people that are in the live stream, whoever stayed through the random gaps in service, and we'll be right back with the pipe band win of the week, try of the week, and our topic, which is our pipe band resolutions. Pipe band life's not for everyone, and it doesn't always come at the right time. But with the Chanarant podcast at patreon.com/Chanarant, you can be there at the right time for you and your loved ones. It happens to a lot of guys. You're not ready to pipe band as hard as the Chanarant guys do. But with patreon.com/Chanarant, you too can be ready anytime, anywhere. And we are back. Thank you so much for everyone who stayed and hung out with us during the chat while we discussed the potential new offshoot gaming podcast and also fuckos chlamydia and all kinds of things.
God damn it. Stop perpetuating the lies. I'm clean, bitch.
Aside from herpes.
Well, whatever. that one's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's got that.
Everybody's got herpes, right? Except for, Me and other people.
It's the most common STD on the planet. 80% of people have it.
No. The most common sexually transmitted disease on the planet is religion. This has been Woke with Josh. Biddly-doo. All right, so let's get into this. Do we have a fail this week?
We do. Well, so I didn't know whether to put this in fail or try of the week.
Okay.
So I decided to put it in try of the week just to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, we'll start with that before we do the win?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, fair play. So talk to me about the try of the week. Tell me all the things that I need to know about your special curated corner of the Chain Rant podcast.
So this was floating around the internet this week, and I thought it was a good try. I don't know if it was a success. We're about to listen. You be the judge. You write into us. You
Wait, is it drums? Because I'm only a professional when it comes to drumming.
No, it's
drumming judging.
It's practice chanting.
Oh, okay. I don't know very much about that.
So it's a tune.
If it's fixing drums, I'm a pro.
It's a tune written by one of the six.
Okay. Ooh,
and it was
superb.
floating around the internet. And I thought,
I can think of two of the six that prolifically write tunes. So I'm wondering if I'll be able to figure out which one it is.
Who are the two? I know
Eric Evenhouse and Honey Boo Boo both write a lot of tunes.
Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. It's one of them.
It's one of them. Okay.
There, let me play it, and then you decide if you know what it is, because he doesn't speak in this.
Okay.
He just plays it. And you decide if you think it's one or the other.
Okay, sure.
Okay, here we go. So this try the week. So let me just explain. It was okay. You could have done better.
Okay. What's the tune called?
I don't want to tell you that because it might give it away. I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go.
I immediately already know who it is. Because the other one can't fucking play this fast.
Right. Exactly.
Not in a million years. I'm sorry, I love you, Eric, but I know you can't play this fast. That's pretty fucking dope. Okay, what's that called? Because I know it's Honey Boo Boo.
It's called Brad's Rough Tale. Oh. So let me explain why this is a fail/try.
I mean, I could tell you something right now.
So when I heard it,
I am 90% sure that it's sped up in post by about 5 to 10%.
I would say that I'm going to bet that he didn't. He'll tell us because when he hears this, he's going to lose his shit.
I'm interested to know. I would say based on the pitch of it.
No. Oh, okay, I can see that.
Based on the pitch of it,
does seem a little
I think that it's very slightly ramped.
I don't think he would do that. My only argument against that is that he's just he's got way too much pride to do that.
Well, then I'll know immediately because he'll fucking lose his mind and call me. Yeah. He'll send a voicemail to chanaran@gmail.com.
He'll send you 1,000 Snapchats proving that he can play that.
I don't want Snapchats. I need shit I can use on air. Boo-boo. Come on.
Yeah, dude. It can't disappear. But Honey Bourbon wrote that.
But that's a banger, dude.
No, I thought when I heard it, it was like, hey, this is kind of a cool tune. I like this.
It's a banger.
But if you see the way this motherfucker writes goddamn music, it's like nonsensical. It's like somebody who just learned English trying to write.
Well, he's Australian. He still doesn't know English.
Well, good point. I'm like when I first saw it, I saw the music. I'm trying to play it. I'm like, this doesn't. Why are these notes connected? What the fuck is he doing? Like, what is happening here? I give him credit. He thinks outside the box because the way he writes grace notes and things are like, what the fuck?
Well, and it's interesting because there were runs in the tune that were not different because of mistakes. They were intentionally different.
Oh, no.
To create contrast. And it comes out more in the second part when the harmonies come in.
Yeah.
But no, it's a fucking banger. That's a good tune.
No,
I like it.
I like it a lot, actually. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to steal this. We're going to use this as a closer someday.
Fuck yeah, dude.
When we can play it, which is 17 years down the road. But it's a great tune.
We'll play it at the concert as usual.
But
just
my advice is
me
this.
and you.
My advice is this. BK. No, not BK. HB. Learn how to write fucking music so we can understand it. When we
Yeah,
look at it.
I can't give him shit for that because like you've seen my handwritten seconds and things before where it's awful and I just scribble the notes and I'm like, Fusco, make this make sense. Like this is the seconds here.
Yeah, exactly. It's so important because let me tell you. So the reason why that's important to know how to write music correctly is, and I could figure it out. I kind of knew what he was doing once I heard
It'll
it.
help you learn
But
to read music very well.
I could have sight read it if I'd known like the way he writes like dotted notes versus eighth notes and connects the eighth notes together. Like everything's supposed to be a beat the way they connect with the flags and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, when you're visually looking at it, you know where the beats land basically. And he didn't do that. He just connected everything that was open. He just connected. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like looking at it.
That's a banger of a tune.
But the melody itself and the rhythm is all very cool. I like it. I'm not saying that. I just learned to write it so we can.
Yeah,
understand.
I mean, I could tell for sure that it was a Honey Boo Boo tune because as much as I love Eric's tunes, usually if we get them at that kind of a tempo, it's like very obviously being played in like Back by Music Writer or something. So it's like it's not like someone recording it with a chanter.
Well, that's definitely a chanter. That's him playing it.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. It's like if I got a tune from Eric and it was going that fast,
he would. Yeah,
it would be the MIDI playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
But
it's cool, man.
It's different. It's definitely like Honey Bourbon. Actually, in my opinion, writes pretty good tunes.
He's got some stank on the things he writes.
He does, which is
because
weird.
he'll do the thing that you think is going to happen if you played a lot of like a lot of traditional music,
Correct.
and then subvert it and fuck you.
Yeah, he twists it, and then you're like, "Fuck, God damn it! What are you trying to do there?" Like, God damn it! There was a lot of me. Like, we were trying to figure this out. We were playing it before the show. We're like, "Fuck! Why did he do it that way?" What? But it's cool. I like it. I like what he does. I do like what he does. So anyway, mostly we're fucking with him because we like to fuck with Honey Bourbon. But learn to write music, you cunt.
Yeah, no, I just say that's a banger of a tune, man. Between that and the other one that he sent us that we've been working on.
Which one is that? There's 17. He sends me so much music.
We had the one. Was it a slow air? Did he send a while back?
He sent the 9/8 Chanarant song.
The 9 or 8. No. There was one. It had seconds to it. I'll have to go back and look through all my shit. Yeah.
The other thing he does really well, I think, is his harmonies are quite good.
Amazing
I don't know if
harmonies.
if it's his partner, but his harmonies are quite good most of the time. But I don't remember slow air. I'll have to go back and look. He sends me.
This was early on. Camille would know this. Ozzy would know. It was a slow tune that he sent us. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a while back, and it was that pirate tune.
The pirate tune. That's the Chanarant. He called Chanarant 2.0. Yeah, it's 9/8. It's piratey. Yeah, for sure. But it's very good. We just haven't.
It's a banger.
It's a really good tune. I like it.
That's a banger of a tune for sure.
I have a thing for 9/8. So
that's awesome, man. Well, dude, that's awesome that he wrote a tune for Beer Boy Brad because. I mean, who deserves tunes more than Beer Boy Brad? No one.
Nobody deserves more than Beer Boy Brad.
In my opinion.
Because he sends us beer and
he's just a genuinely awesome dude.
Absolutely. And apparently he spit roast me, and I'm going to keep that legend alive regardless
until there's pictures. I don't know. And the pictures will be Patreon only.
Absolutely. So get in today.
Get your $5. These are all people that are already.
Well, no, on the video, but when we
the audio.
Get your $5 on Rob McCallum,
you could see Fusco get spit roasted.
Rob McCallum, you cheap fuck. Buy goddamn Patreon and you'll be happy.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Okay.
So win of the week.
Yes. This is also curated by you.
This was curated by me. So
what's the backstory here?
So here's the backstory. There's a couple of reasons, but one, last week we did a whole thing about me, and we talked about two things. One, that when I was a kid, I wanted to be a naval aviator. Mm-hmm. And two, I did apply for the Naval Academy as well as every academy that existed when I was trying to go to college. And part two of that is that Navy beat Army this year. Go Navy. And I'm always pro Navy versus Army in the football game. That's a big thing this year. You don't know sports. That's fair.
I watched the game.
Did you?
Yeah.
Navy versus Army, always a good
I watched the game. I was cleaning at the folks.
I'm always pro Navy. And Navy beat one this year. So this is, and I didn't even know, I just went searching for this, like thinking, everybody's got a pipe band nowadays, right? So U.S. Naval Academy Pipes and Drums.
For fuck's sake,
has a
man.
band.
Like,
and another part of this is, these guys need to hire
Misty
me.
Isle can split into 7 bands, every fucking swinging dick has a pipe band.
But the U.S. Naval Academy Pipe Band should hire me or the dojo, whatever, to solve their problems. But they could be so much better.
Well,
than
luckily they're listeners.
Oh, I'm sure they are. These kids were not that busy that they'd be listening to us. But so here's a little thing that I think is pretty awesome. Check this out. See, I could fix that tune.
Yeah, it's so close.
Wow. Nope. This is not what we're worried about. Keep it going.
Is it intentional though?
No.
Okay.
Maybe you might be right. For what's coming?
For what's coming?
Maybe you might be right.
Because it might be tuned to majors.
It could be. I doubt it, but
Well, the blowing thing doesn't help. Top Gun, motherfuckers.
what do you think?
Okay, so
That is a win if I've ever heard one. Don't argue with me.
I am instituting a recall.
On what?
I'm instituting a recall. It's one of my few that I've ever used in the history of the show. But I am using a Josh McEachern override, and I am swapping the try and the win of the week. The win of the week is officially Brad's Rough Tail,
Okay.
courtesy of Honey Boo Boo. And the try of the week is the U.S. Naval Academy Pipe Band, because they did go for it, and it was better than I expected.
They are a service band, technically.
But it was definitely a try, not a win.
That's fair. It was a try.
I don't hate
never
it.
heard that. I never even thought to try
could
that
do it.
song on the pipes.
Yeah,
that tune, whatever.
And I'm wondering if the first guy, the guy that played the soloist, if he was actually tuned down intentionally on his F and his E to be majors for that, except for the fact his blowing was shit.
I doubt it, because
But
it's hard to say.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I'm instituting reversal, and yeah, U.S. Navy Pipe Bands try of the week.
Naval Academy.
Naval Academy Pipe Band. Try of the week.
These are all 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids.
And Brad's Rough Tail, courtesy of Honey Boo Boo, officially win of the week.
I would respectfully disagree, but hey, that's what we're all about here.
Yeah.
We're about
respectfully disagreeing. The fuck
There's anything we do well here is respect.
Yeah, we respectfully disagree. Now fight me, you cunt!
We're just throwing shit. God damn it! I tell you what.
Yeah, I'm gonna overrule on my opinion. I think that it's got to be swapped.
I tell you what. Until today, I had no idea the U.S. Naval Academy had a pipe band, so I'm happy with that.
That's fair play.
And the Army band also, and maybe we'll get into this in the future, but there's an Army and Navy pipe band battle of the bands between the two of them. It's like competition style, like actual pipe band competition style. And Navy won that too, but whatever. That's just because they're smarter than the Army. So, but either way, that's gonna send fucking Ray over the fucking edge. I think he's Army officer or some shit.
But no, I mean, like I said, I appreciate them going for it. Yeah.
Hey, they did fucking Top Gun, dude.
I fucking love Top Gun.
Remember when we did the Australian pipe band did the Police Academy?
Yeah, that was great.
But they did a fucking sick job of that. That's a whole different thing. But anyway.
All right, so Now on to our topic this week, which is pipe band resolutions. And some of you sent them in, not any of you ungrateful fucks in the chat, but other people that responded to our Twitter and Facebook, etc. So we have a couple to go through before we get to mine and Fuko's. Okay. Starting with Emily. Emily wrote in and said, this year I want to jump back into practicing performing. Oh my God, that whiskey. More than ever. I just had a baby in November, and I've had to take a few months off due to pregnancy/giving birth. That the giving birth is usually a result of pregnancy.
That's nonsense.
And as soon as I'm cleared to play, I want to commit to getting the pipes out every day. My ultimate goal is to finally get upgraded to grade 1 and get better at playing in front of a judge. I'm hoping this is my year. So for 1 year getting upgraded to grade 1, I'm assuming this person is already in at least grade 2.
I would assume so, but okay. Who is this person? Where are they from? What part of the world are they from?
One of the 6.
That's all we care about?
1 of 6.
All right, fair enough. Hey, good luck to you.
Do you want to take the next one?
Yeah, sure. So Beard Boy says this.
Pipe band New Year?
It's like pipe band New Year resolutions. Okay.
There you go.
Bring my pipes to a competition. Get my friend and fellow Oklastrayan Hart Greenwood to play in North Texas with me. Can I say this? Do you really want to say?
Yes, you can.
Fuck that one drummer from Shots before Aussie Broad does. Who is that? Who's the drummer in Shots?
They never showed you the picture of the guy with the arms?
No.
Oh, they're both obsessed with this guy with the arms.
Guys, put it in the chat because I don't know who this guy is. I want to know this.
Don't put the name in the chat because
just a link of.
They'll fucking hunt him down.
The chat people won't care. It's like 7 of them. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Nobody's watching this.
Dude, that's... I say Aussie Broad's going to win that one.
Probably. Okay, so I got one from our good friend Rooster.
Oh, boy.
Rooster says, Cockadoodle Snatchmo and McGillicunty-Doo. Happy Christmas and Merry New Year. My plan for 2020 is to impregnate all them hot ... seriously, hot, slick, snatched, big tat-head, long-legged, mallet and mullet twirling tenor drummers until my bass drone falls off. Preferably 2 from each grade 1 band, thus spreading the seed for the Philip World's 2040 Champion of Champions supergroup, McLonghammer and District Pipe Band. As always, pipe on with a heart on. Warm regards and fuzzy feathers, Rooster Cockburn.
Must be talking about Mary, right?
I don't know at this point.
I don't know what that guy's up to. I desperately need to know.
I'm pretty sure that whoever he is and wherever he is, he has a gas leak. He has a gas leak in his apartment.
He's writing to us from jail. You realize? Yeah. They get internet access in jail.
Like he's definitely got a gas leak nearby that's just making him go crazy.
He's murdered numerous women. There's no doubt in my mind.
Stay away from this person if you ever see him. If someone comes up and like, just so you know, I'm Rooster Cockburn. Run away.
If he goes cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfuckers, go the other direction.
Yeah. That's when you try to find a police officer. So Andy.
Yes, sir.
We've gone through some of our pipe band resolutions, and we've given the chat the option of getting in theirs, but they're too busy talking about the fucking Citadel pipe band.
I don't know what they're talking about, but fair enough.
I feel like because we have 6 fans and we worship the devil, I feel like we should each come up with, you and I should each come up with 6 pipe band resolutions.
6, and then 6 from the 6.
Okay. Like, because we're leadership now. We need to have a plan going forward.
We do.
I say we're leadership now. We've been leadership the entire time, but we're like more leadership now. I feel like
way more leadership.
We're triple leadership somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. We're leadership times 4, times 3.
The fact that I had to hungover sit through a fucking financial planning meeting the day after Christmas makes me feel like my leadership level has increased to a level that I don't want.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you want me to go first? Mm-hmm. Okay. So my resolution is this, because now I am president, pipe major, drum sergeant. Do I have any other titles?
Coxman
of the band that shall not be named. My resolution is this. I'm going to be more... My resolution is to be more positive, fun, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like you need to get your shit done, but in a fun way.
I mean, I think that positive and fun is good. Stern, maybe.
Stern.
Consistent.
Consistently demanding is not the right word, but kind of demanding, but not like in a way.
Maybe consistently pushing.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've always just been a dick.
Yeah. I think
we need to up the fun level.
I think where you may get into pitfalls sometimes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because I get there too. I have the same issue.
Is that I hate everyone and I want to kill them all?
Is where like I have my good days and then I have my bad days. I have my good days where I'm like, okay, we're all going to do this together no matter how shitty it is. And then I have my days where I'm like, Jesus Christ, just get me the fuck out of here. Like, how can I make this 2 hours go faster?
Right.
You have to be consistent.
Consistency is really, really, really important. And I think
a lot of it is faking it and lying.
Yes. I need to fake it better. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start. My resolution
you should
is
fake
changed.
it better.
I'm going to fake it better.
Yeah. Because you can't fake shit. You have a terrible poker face.
Terrible poker face, except unless it comes to, unless you're talking about coming, then I'm great at faking it.
How often does that happen?
At this age, way more often than you think.
Oh, now he's playing the old card.
Hey, fair enough, whatever.
You just pull out and spit on her back and say, oh, that was great, and then run to the bathroom.
Oh, my God. Oh, there's so much. We're going.
Oh, I came so hard. And just run to the bathroom.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And then wank it off real quick. So anyway, yeah. That's fucking, what's your first resolution?
Oh, okay. Do you have more than one? Because I have 6.
Apparently we're supposed to come up with 6, which I'm scrambling to do.
I can do 2 of mine. My first one is to be more patient.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Patient in life, in pipe band?
These are pipe band resolutions.
Okay.
My first resolution is to be more patient with people in the pipe band, whether they be students, longtime members, etc. And to try and see things from their perspective.
That's a good one for you because you have been accused of not being able to see things from other people's perspective.
Now, I'm also, since you're still waiting on doing yours, I'll do my second one.
Go ahead.
My second one is I'm going to be less patient.
I'm going to be more demanding in a short period of time.
Because I find that sometimes I'm too patient with people that need to just get their fucking shit done or quit.
That's fair. That crossed my mind at times like, okay, it's going to be this way, or guess what? You can leave.
So my first one is be more patient. My second one is be less patient.
That's what Joe Brady would do.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's really what I want to be, is Joe Brady when I grow up.
So what's your second one? Be Joe Brady?
My second one is this, I want, my resolution is to be more creative in pipe band rehearsal, practice, whatever you want to call it. To inspire, not inspire, I don't want to inspire, I don't want to motivate anybody, because I do not have that ability. But I want them to come in thinking, like, I want to do better for me in this organization. Mm-hmm. So creativity, I think, is important in that.
You think like switching the routine up, like high intensity interval training of bagpipes.
Yes, kind of. Yes, there's going to be more intensity, but also less. You know that look in my eyes when I'm looking at someone and they can obviously tell that I hate every molecule of their soul.
Yes.
I'm going to try to cover that. I'm going to wear sunglasses to bed. Basically.
So you're stealing my gag. You're stealing my gag, and
Yes.
you're going to start wearing sunglasses.
Correct. Exactly. So
No,
that's my second one.
It's interesting. I think it might be interesting to say, let's not talk about how you're fucking the band. Let's talk about how you're fucking yourself.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you're not.
Interesting way of putting it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're also fucking the band, but let's talk about how you're fucking yourself over in your own personal development right now.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So, as it pertains, well, this has nothing to do with anything, but as it pertains to motivation, inspiration, whatever you want to call it, if you wait for motivation, you're going to be late to the party. And we don't want that. You need to find a way that you attack your struggles, your fears, your insecurities in piping, because ultimately that's what we're doing. But in life, whatever, head on, because it's going to benefit you in your piping in general. Right? Band, whatever. Like, the constant I can't has to go away. So we need to create a fun way, a motor.
You're going to say it. Don't say it.
We want people to
here's what I
come in.
Here's what I think you're going for. Here's what I think you're going for. Let me know if I'm hitting on the mark. We need to create a culture where whether you want to or you don't, you do it anyway.
Correct.
Because once you start doing it, you muscle memory kicks in.
Snowball effect.
You'll be happy. You'll be happier. Like I've said this before on the show. When I have a really long shitty day and I also have to go sit through practice, those are the days where I force myself to go. Because I'm like, even if everything doesn't go well, if my pipes come out of the case and I'm playing music with my friends to whatever extent I am, it's better than sitting at my fucking desk.
That's true. Well, a kick in the nuts is better than sitting at your desk,
True.
As we learned last week.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, those are, I liken it to going to the gym. Just get yourself there.
Absolutely.
All you have to do is get yourself from your home
there
to practice.
Absolutely, get yourself there. I agree with that statement.
Get your pipes out of the box. If it's not a practice night and you're at home, get your pipes out of the box, put together, and make noise. The first 5 to 10 minutes of this process are the most difficult for people, where it's like, I could just quit now instead of just saying, or I could just start now. As soon as you start, you're going to do it. Once your pipes are out and put together, you're going to fucking play because you went through all the trouble to put them together and drive to practice. Or you're at home and you went through the trouble to put them together. You're not going to put them together, play one tune, take them apart, put them away.
This is exactly the speech I give to everyone when I do the dojo strategy meetings.
Just put it together and play it.
Let me just finish. And what I say is, the idea behind the 100-day challenge is this. The only thing you have to do is pick up your pipes, play one tune, and go on with your life. This is what it is, though. Just like going to the gym. The hardest part of going to the gym is walking through the door. Once you're there, you're like, well, I'm fucking here. I'm just going to crush it.
Yeah.
So once you pick up your pipes, the hardest part of playing your pipes is picking them up because it's like, fuck, it's so physical. It's so hard. But then once you're there, you're like, well, let me try that next tune.
Once you play the first
tune,
tune,
keep going.
Yeah. Once you play the first tune, you'll play the next one. You'll play the next one.
That's exactly what it is, man. It's exactly what it is. 100% guaranteed.
It's half, 9% of life is showing up.
Absolutely. So number 3. I got a number 3.
Third resolution. No, I do. I have all mine ready to go, but I want to hear yours first. Right. Well, I've already done 2 of mine, so you do your 3, and then I'll do my 3.
So after the last couple of years of no changes in music, my motivation, my third resolution, is to introduce interesting and or new music to especially the advanced, if you will, people. Because if we don't have them, we're fucked. And we need them to be showing up and inspired to want to come and be examples to others. We talked about this a couple weeks ago with Angel about how he was like, fuck the shit, I'm out because I'm tired of this nonsense. He's not like you and I, and not everybody's like, and I have to try to accept the fact that not everybody's like us, where I'm like, yeah, I'm in charge, so I have no choice but to try to make things happen every week, right? Where he's just a third guy, he's got no position, he's got no ego in the game, nothing.
We gotta push the shit through the pipe.
Fuck, I gotta listen to this nonsense again, and he doesn't want to do it, right? So how do I get him and Braden and fucking Daniela, whoever the people that can play a little bit better than average, say, to want to show up? We've got to make time for them. That is I think that's one of my biggest mistakes is it's always lowest common denominator, which you have to have from a competition standpoint. You got to play down to your lowest player, but you have to inspire up to your top player, right? Because otherwise that guy's going to go to fucking the premier pipe band in LA or Phoenix or wherever the fuck, right?
Spirit of 76
or wherever the fuck. And I get that because I've done it. I understand.
We had a year where we lost an entire pipe corps to Phoenix.
We lost, kind of. I mean, it's more complicated than that, but yes, more or less. We lost half our group, and then half the other people played in grade 5, and then you were miserable.
A lot of them never came back.
Because you didn't go. Yeah, we lost 2 or 3 people.
Like a lot of people never fucking came back.
They're back now, but it took 5 years to come back. And then, things change. Things ebb and flow because we've got a lot of their guys.
I mean, I was winning medals, so I didn't care, but.
Well, you were happy winning grade 5 at the time, I guess. I don't know. But
nah, it was a happy-go-lucky crew.
But what's your number 3?
So my number 3 is to practice more. Yeah, I want to practice more because playing bagpipes makes me happy.
There's no way this is going to happen.
Playing bagpipes makes me happy. Playing at a the more things that are thrown at me that challenge me, I enjoy. Just like
you should take on the 100-day challenge because it would benefit you immensely.
Just like everybody else that you were talking about. When it's like, how do I keep the fucking advanced guys from either
wanting to blow their brains
either
out?
Putting a gun in their mouth or a gun in everybody else's mouth?
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm gonna play more for me. I feel like all the playing I do right now, the part of the reason that it's become such a twisted bastard, and this is evident across lots of parts of my personal life,
right,
where I do a lot of things for other people instead of for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play more bagpipes for me.
That I think is hugely important. I say this to people all the time
because I love fucking playing bagpipes, man. The problem is the only time I do it is for other people.
Right. I say this all the time. Just to dojo people. And Andrew definitely goes on about this. There's practice time. There's focus time on technique or whatever. There's ways you split your practice. But there's always that, you got to have that 10% or whatever the split is for you to just jam, enjoy yourself, have some fun, go for it. You fuck it up, so be it. Play the goddamn shitty goddamn Pumpkins Fancy for the 17 millionth. Whatever it is. Doesn't matter.
Well, it's not even
whatever
that,
you enjoy.
even when I'm doing that,
have some fun with it. Because if you don't, it's not, you're going to fucking give up.
Even when I'm doing that, that doesn't feel like it's for me.
I'm not saying Pumpkins Fancy, but just whatever.
It's one of those things where I feel like I'm covering gigs that I couldn't give a shit about. I'm doing practices I couldn't give a shit about. I'm playing contests that are going to be dog pounds. I got into I've put myself in this rut, and this, if no one's listened to last week's episode by now, but it's kind of permeating my entire mentality right now.
Sure.
Of what the fuck am I doing right now? The only limited resource I have is time. Why the fuck am I spending so much time on doing something that I truly, truly enjoy, like playing pipes? And every time I play, it's for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play more for me.
You really should. I mean, ultimately, in the end, you have to enjoy it or you're not going to continue.
I'm the person that enjoys it the most.
But especially, what would it take to motivate's the wrong word, but motivate you to be more interested in being good for the band's sake? You still have to have some personal benefit to it in the end, right?
I think that goes into my next resolution.
Do you want to talk about it?
Which is playing solos.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right,
so the way that I'm going to play for myself more is by playing solos. Win, lose, fail, doesn't matter. But and I thought about this too because I've been practicing my old solo stuff on the rare occasions where I'm the only one in the room or everyone else is taking a break or whatever. And I like those tunes, and I enjoy playing them. When I was warming up at the concert, I was playing those tunes, and I'm like, okay, fuck, I forgot how crispy these were. These motherfuckers are fun. So I feel like the only way that I will actually commit to it is if I have the chance to fail publicly. If I don't, so I'm gonna play solos probably at every event we go to except for Vegas.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And the only reason I can't do Vegas is just because I have so many other responsibilities.
Crazy, yeah. Interesting. So what are your tunes? What are your solo tunes?
Oh fuck, I don't fucking remember their names.
We've had too much whiskey.
Duke of Roxburgh's Farewell to Something. Mason's Apron is my real.
No, it's not.
No, Major Manson's my real.
That's great.
Major Manson's my real. My Strathspey, I can't remember the name, but I play the shit out of it all the time. That one. And then I need a. The problem is I need a P-Brock because I still am P-Brock illiterate for the most part. And I need a jig and a 6/8, I think, for grade 3. But yeah, so I'm registering, and I'm going to play solos everywhere we go.
Really? Okay.
Yep. I'm going to play every fucking contest in solos, even though I don't know shit about P-Brock, and I'm going to have to go in there and be the worst fucking P-Brock player.
Yeah, but at least it doesn't matter. If you come in like 17th out of 17, you're still in the aggregate running.
I figure if I'm going to go
if
I'm going to go that far, I'm fucking playing every single fucking event.
Might as well, dude. But you got to get some instruction. You got to get a coach.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at that. The problem is I'm electing to do this. At the same time, I'm also cutting off a major revenue stream.
Good point. Understood.
So,
yeah, I get that.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah. So my other one was play solos. That's my 4th of my 6 resolutions, because we have 6. Because if we both keep one of our 6 resolutions, we'll call it a win.
Be good. It'll be brilliant. It'll be amazing if that happens. So this is the perfect time to talk about, before we go on to our last 2 resolutions, to talk about...
you still haven't done your 4th.
Oh, we haven't? Oh. Fine.
You haven't.
Should I do my 4th and then we'll do this? So my 4th resolution is this. I need to get players back in the band that know how to play. Pipers specifically.
Without using your penis, preferably.
Yeah. I can't fuck my way into Piper success. I mean...
No, you can't.
No, it's
That's
not
a lot
possible.
of dudes. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need people back. We need 1 or 2 people back. I have a couple ideas. Because here's the thing. This is my thought. We definitely need to get people in the pipeline. But pipeline is 2 years down the road before they're even parade ready, let alone competition ready, right?
And that's assuming they're not 75 years old.
Correct. If they're kids or youngish... Okay, we have a shot. We got like 1 guy in that situation. The rest of them are older people or...
No, we do literally have 1 guy in that situation.
Literally 1 guy, but everybody else is outside of that, right? So we have to keep a strong core because outside of Vegas games, we get all these ringers that come in and we'll... Okay, great.
Yeah, like Rob McCall.
Yeah, like Rob McCallum, but maybe there'll be more. But once we go to fucking San Diego or Costa Mesa, it's the core. We got nothing but the core, right? So the core has to be good. There's 8 of us, maybe,
on the most supreme day ever,
on where everybody shows
at
up
the
and
cheapest
they're able
event.
To, correct. Yeah. So we need to expand because the drummers we're going to have more drummers than we have reasonable amount of pipers for.
Luckily, not all the drummers can travel because they're kids. But
well, no. Even not counting the kids, we're going to have 4 or 5 snare drums. We're going to have 8 pipers. That's too many snares for pipers, more or less. I mean, we're going to play them anyway, but fuck it. But
hey, we'll fucking win drumming sheets.
Hey, maybe. But either way, like we're dealing with a situation where we need more pipers now, like consistent, regular locals types.
So, what's your outreach plan, and is it more long term than mine?
I don't have a plan yet, but we need that. We need this. This is as president and as people focusing on this, we need to figure this out. We gotta.
I have like a 3-year plan.
We could reach out. There's people in St. George. There's people in northern Nevada, Arizona that have been sort of interested over the years, but like nobody that I locked down because we didn't have anything to lock them down to. There's no reason because why bother?
No drums. Yeah.
We had no drums, so we need to make that happen.
My plan might be slightly more diabolical.
I would love to hear it. Hit him over the head.
Don't worry about it.
Open beers?
Tell you about it later. Yeah, open beers.
This is an open beer.
Okay.
Hold on. Before you go on to the next one, I just want to say this. We have one of our really special 6 has got has a 5-week practice challenge he's calling Finding the 5. And this is coming from Cobra himself.
It's a drumming challenge.
It's a drumming challenge.
Fuck
we always
yeah,
do piping
dude.
challenge, but we never have drumming challenges.
Fuck yeah.
People on the show complain like, you guys should get more drummers, blah,
Is this
blah, blah.
through his actual business or his solos or
His business is, I mean, it's basically the same.
where
thing,
do people find this?
So you're going to go to findthe5.ar2drumming.com to find more information about this. But
You're actually not. You're going to go to chanarant.com/fix the damn drums.
That might work too. By the time this comes up, Josh will hopefully have this website.
I'll have that. Yeah, just
But for
forward
the
me the
people.
link and I'll fix it.
But essentially, what
if I'm gonna plug your ass, Cobra, guess what?
what Cobra's going to do is he provides 5 specific exercises that you have to play for 5 minutes every day for 5 days, and then he gives you 5 new exercises for the next week. It's pretty easy, right?
This is like Pipe Sergeant Josh's boot camp back in the day.
Yeah, dude. Remember when that was happened? So the challengers have to video themselves and post it to the group every day, and Cobra provides feedback to everyone throughout the challenge. The challenge starts January 20th, so get your stuff into them now. Get your registration. You can go to the, what was it?
Chainerant.com/fixthedamndrums.
Fix the damn drums, and you can find the link for the form you got to fill out. But this is also totally free this time. Next time, if you want to be part of
If you want to do it again, it's not.
it's not going to be free, man. Hey,
the man's got skills.
the guy's got skills. He needs to provide for his family, which is essentially his cock. And, everybody that teaches something, a skill like drumming, even though I don't know how much anybody really cares. But, really, you should pay that man for that fucking thing. So anyway, check this out on chainerant.com/fix the goddamn drums.
Fix the damn drums.
Fix the damn drums. I don't fucking know.
We'll post it. Don't worry. We'll pin the shit out of it for Cobb.
But anyway, so yeah, that was it.
Because I'm glad someone else is helping people fix the drums besides me.
Besides you. You're a hero. I will agree you're a hero for
I feel like I should have at least one picture with Inverary's trophy. Just saying.
you definitely need that trophy.
At least one picture with it saying, thank you, Josh, for fixing the damn drums.
I might be able to get Derek to send it out to us so we can take a picture of it.
I mean, I suppose I could photo. Oh, well, no, don't do that because the chances of us getting it back are 0.
No, we're going to be like...
We'll just hold it hostage until Inverary comes and plays with us in Vegas.
There'll be pictures of us humping it.
We'll get a letter. We'll get a letter back that's got fucking cutout magazine letters saying, "Want your trophy? Come play Vegas with the band that shall not be named."
Stuart Little must play with us, and Allie and fucking Stuart, and not Stuart. Fucking what's his name? You're really gonna make me fucking sit on this one. Stephen McWhirter.
You see how long it takes
if
to
those
remember?
3 motherfuckers, we'll give you the trophy back if those fuckers play with us in
You
Vegas.
see how long it takes to remember a fucking drummer's name?
It's only the most famous drummer of all time. Maybe other than
the history of time.
the guy. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, some fucking guy. There's a guy who never bought his own beers, I'm assuming.
For sure. So anyway,
Okay, so what are your 5th and 6th resolutions?
we got 2 more.
Sure.
5th resolution.
I think you're still on 4 actually, but just fucking speed through.
All right, so we'll plow through. My next resolution is to have get more funness, more social events from the band, so we can actually like each other.
That's actually a great one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel like we've made strides. Like we've definitely made progress in that area, but we haven't like figured out the secret sauce to that yet. You know, like I feel like there's a lot of things we did figure out the secret sauce to early on, especially like in the digital marketing video realm. But yeah, the getting the people in the band to like each other
really difficult.
We struggle with, especially if any of them listen to this podcast.
Oh, for sure.
That makes it incredibly difficult.
Yeah, I'm okay. We shit on them constantly. But yeah, I think we need to do more. But anyway.
So I'm going to go through my 5th and 6th, and then you can do your 5th and 6th. My 5th resolution, pipe band resolution for 2020, is to be a force for good.
Interesting.
I spent a lot of 2019 bitching and moaning.
You definitely did.
I am going to try to leverage my God-given talents, Satan-given talents, if we're being honest, for the greater good. I've had this conversation with a mutual friend of ours who is also the piping and drumming chair of the event I run, where I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to stop raging against the machine. I'm going to try to work with the machine.
Really? Hold on.
Ever so slightly. And when that inevitably doesn't work, because the machine has no interest in changing or taking the help, I go on to my 6th resolution, which is to be a force for evil.
That is perfect.
And to continue my campaign.
Of evilness?
And no one will be able to say I didn't try.
But you have to make it very obvious that you tried and hammer people over the head with the conversation.
Well, I'm gonna try, and like some of the ways that I thought that I might actually have the time and energy to volunteer my time. And I had this conversation where I was like, hey, there's a lot of things that are currently trash that could be fixed very cheaply and very quickly and very easily. Mm-hmm. Like 1 hour phone call. And I will literally tell you how to do a bunch of this stuff. Correct. Because I have a lot of experience helping places with no budget achieve better communications. So I'm thinking I'm going to offer that. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to help in a advisory capacity, maybe not as much of a hands-on capacity. I'm going to offer to help in advisory capacity. Like, okay, I will literally show you all the ways you can do this for free that will make your life easy and automate things and whatever. And because, I mean, I'm lazy. Most of the stuff that you see that's marketing that I do, I automate. Like, I don't do all that shit myself. That's impossible. So yeah, I'm gonna try to be a force for good. Then, when it's immediately refused or not followed to the letter, I will go back to being a force for evil.
Complete cunt.
Because then no one can say I didn't put my money where my mouth was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because my 5th and 6th resolution go hand in hand as well, similar to yours.
What are yours?
So my 5th resolution is to
pet Lucy more.
She's already enjoying the benefits of my niceness. But I'm going to have sex with more tenor drummers.
Okay.
Really.
Male or female?
Depends on the male.
Okay.
If he's pretty enough, like an Andrew Elliott type or something.
Fair play. Handsome. That's a handsome fella.
He is very handsome. I'll give him that. He's got those eyebrows. But and part 2 of that, number 6, is to have sex with more Scottish dancers.
Whew.
They go hand in hand. In the end.
How are you up in your cardio?
That's the thing, though. Scottish dancers are totally different. Tenors do this. They do it poorly in our experience. Dancers are like...
let me put it this way. I'm assuming tenors fuck like a starfish. Like they just lay there. Like Scottish dancers are gonna wreck your ass.
They're gonna require like goddamn sex swings and hanging from the goddamn ceiling and shit.
You'll be the one in the swing.
I know.
You'll be the one in the swing while they're fucking you.
I'm gonna get a strap on in the ass on a sex swing from a tenor or from a.
Well,
dancer.
probably from one tenor drummer, and then the other one won't be a strap on because it'll be Brad coming in from the top.
It'll be Brad. Oh my god, it's definitely gonna be Brad.
But yeah, okay. I think that's a good goal though.
It's not bad. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? It doesn't happen.
Well, I'm just glad that you're not, because we don't have any tenor drummers.
We don't.
And we don't have any Highland dancers.
We don't.
So at least I know
it's
you're
not going to be our bit.
At least I know you're not intending to dip your wick in the company ink. You know what I mean?
No, it's nothing like that.
That's good. That's something we can work with.
Apparently, I need to find them out of city, out of state, but that's okay.
Yeah, the farther you travel, the less likely it will come back and bite us in the ass.
Correct.
Like the boomerang with teeth.
Exactly my plan. Yep.
These are some good resolutions.
Not bad. I say to the audience, hold us to these. I suspect we'll fail every one of them.
Every single one.
I only wrote 3 of them down, but I don't know what the other 2 were, or the other 3 were.
Let's see. I wrote yours down just in case. Okay, thank you so much for everyone that tuned in this episode of the Chain Rant Podcast. We love you all. Have a fucking phenomenal new year, because this should be coming out right at midnight on the 31st, probably.
We're definitely going out. We're having a house party at Josh's house on the 31st.
Yeah, and everyone's out by fucking 10.
Good luck with that.
Or else I spray him with the fire extinguisher again. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Chain Rant Podcast. We fucking love you all. Merry fucking New Year's to all, and to all a good night.